All right, everybody, it is Paul here again with my channel Value Flips, coming to you with another reselling video. Before we head out hunting, I'm going to share with you some of my sales lately, and I'm going to start off with a big one. These Black& Decker Space Maker coffee makers that go under the cabinet, they are worth some good money. I got this for $15 about a month and a half ago. So I got out of Valley Village, paid $15, ended up flipping it for $119. So just a great sale. This is actually the second one of these coffee makers I've sold. Look for them. They're worth some good money. This is a Disney Mastermind game. I got this at a thrift store about a year and a half ago, so I've had it for way too long. I paid $3 for it. I had it listed for 20 and it just sat and sat. Lowered the price of it and still, nobody bought it. Somebody offered me $15 and I decided to take it just to move it. So it's one of those games I probably wouldn't buy it again. This is a 1986 Pound Puppies newborns, just the crate, like the cage for them, I guess. Pound Puppies were a toy line that came out in the 80s, and it was rebranded a few times, I believe in the 90s and early 2000s. Anyway, I got this at a garage sale last spring. I paid $2 for it. Kind of regretted buying it because there was really no interest in it. I had it listed for $15. Somebody offered me $12, and I decided to take it. Got a sale going out. This is a 1990s Polly Pocket figure from one of the play sets. And I got this Polly Pocket earlier this year. I got a mansion and it was filled with all these figures in there. And I've sold most of the figures. Still have a few left over. I've made actually hundreds of dollars on that buy. But I have a few of these, stragglers, these figures left, and somebody decided to offer me $7 for this one. I had it listed for 10, and I decided to take it. So I really have nothing into it, so I decided to just move it. All right, everybody, it is Paul, and we are out here looking for stuff. We're starting off at Value Village. What can we find worth some money? I really like these cups. These are Seattle cups, the Rainier Light cups. And I would have bought two of them, $5 for the pair. Fortunately, they had some damage. There was like some scratches on the inside. So for that reason, I had to put them back, but they are just cool looking. I'm not a huge Seattle fan either, but definitely some interest, and I think they for sure would have sold. Neat looking glasses. As I comb through the mugs here. And these A&W mugs are still here. They've been here for probably a couple months now. I like them. They're just priced up too high for me to take home, so I keep walking past them. And just checking out these ones here. Really not seeing a whole lot or some money. So many different mugs, and some of them can be worth, $50, guys. I have sold mugs for $50, $60, which is insane, I think, but some of them are. These are Tim Hortons mugs. They're not very popular ones, and they're not worth a lot. For some reason, Value Village wanted $8 for them a piece, and they were not selling for that online. So checking out some toys. I got a little excited here at the top. There's this Aikido kind of ring. They priced it up though. They wanted $10 for it. It's a Power Storm like ring, like a toy. I've sold this before. I get about $30 for it. The box had some damage. Somebody got angry at the box and punched it. I actually opened it up and it was incomplete. There was pieces missing, figures missing, so had to put it back. But that item does sell. And heading towards the exit of Value Village and kind of the odds and ends section, I do find this Pebbles Flintstone golf head cover for $9. It's brand new, and I think I can get over 20 bucks for it, maybe 30 at the most. Definitely something unique. Flintstones aren't as popular as they used to be, but I still think there's some money to be made there. Somebody will want it come the springtime. I have sold some golf head covers for really good money, so I do look out for them. I sold a Rory McIlroy one for like $45 last year that I got for $1 at a garage sale, so they do sell. Now here I am checking out the junk section, and I'm looking on the shelf, and I always look under these covers to see what kind of sewing machine. This is a Genome, which is a Japanese brand sewing machine, good brand. Fortunately, it was incomplete. It doesn't have a power cord. I'm unable to test it. So for that reason, it went back. Price was reasonable, $15.49 for it, but who knows if it works, right? It's not worth taking the risk. It was about $100 sewing machine, so nothing crazy. And then up here, I see this filthy, dirty Coleman Party Stacker cooler. And if you don't know anything about these yet, they sell for some good money, so I picked that up. This is a Goodwill now. I'm checking out the glass section. It's a small Goodwill. It's tiny in there. I can't even move back to get a kind of a really good visual with my camera. But I do end up finding this California pottery bowl, rose bowl or flower bowl for $1.25. So, and of course, I made sure there was no chips or cracks on it. Always inspect your items before you check out, guys. Make that a good habit, because you will find stuff broken when you get home, and it is annoying. So always check your stuff before you check out. Checking out the dishes here. Always flip over the plates to see what brand they are. That's made in the USA. You know, it's older, but no brand on there. These cups are IKEA cups. I believe they're from the 90s. Weird design. And these ones were made in France. And price was right. They don't sell. There's some listed, and there's just no solds on them. Got to make sure there's some demand for whatever you're selling. So even though I think they're really cool, they got put back on the shelf. A lot of white dishes. This mug is actually a Starbucks mug that says, "I love you." And I did look it up. They wanted $2 for it. It was not worth that. It was not selling. So not all Starbucks mugs are good. You have to look them up. Here I am at this end cap. I find in that blue tray was this New York Times Sudoku for $5.99. Brand new sealed. I love selling brand new sealed stuff. Always look for this kind of stuff. Should be at least able to get $20 plus for that. There's no tax on that $5.99, so I think there's a few dollars to be made. It's easy to list, super light to ship, and there are some soles on it, so I think I'll be able to get a sale. Just looking down here on the end cap here, on this shelf of games, I got lucky. Right up here, I see a game that I recognize right away. It's a VCR game, the Nightmare games from the early 90s, and this is a bolo. $3 they want for it at this thrift store, and this thing goes anywhere from like between $50 and $100. This is the actual sequel. It's not the original Nightmare game. It's still worth some good money, so I'm happy to find that. I like the way that this thrift store, this is a charity thrift store, kind of categorizes their Corel, Corning stuff. They keep it all on one shelf. Here I am now at a Salvation Army, and they have some carts on the end that are newer, some inventory on there, and I recognize this right away. This is Little Tykes from, I believe, early 90s or 80s. I want $7 for this. It's got a lot of figures in it, so I think it's worth it. I will definitely pick that up. Should be able to make at least $20 to $25 for that. There's actually some other figures up there too I end up scooping up. So maybe I'll try pushing for $40, $35, $40 for that lot. There's a mini boggle game. Didn't find a whole lot on those carts. More white dishes. Lots of generic dishes here. And there's a trivet there. This is kind of a weird item. It's a Disney souvenir. It wasn't priced, so I ended up getting it for 99 cents. Salvation Army gave me a good price on it. And it's actually kind of a unique item. I think I should be able to get at least 20 bucks for it. This is a good brand to look out for, Scarpa. They make climbing shoes, all kinds of different kind of outdoor shoes. Salvation Army knew what they had here. They priced this at $30. I probably could have got $40, $50 for them. There's not enough money there to be made, in my opinion, for the work involved. I'm not a big shoe seller. A lot of work with cleaning shoes, so try and avoid them. But Scarpa is a good brand to look out for. So I'm in the electronic section here. There's a floppy disk reader. It was really bare in this section. Usually the shelves are loaded here for some reasons. Value Village shelves were bare. Just checking out the old computer equipment, the old mice. Some of them can sell for good money. I don't see any of them, though, that are big bangers. I was looking at this GE can opener. I thought it might have been worth some money. I think it's from the 60s. They wanted $11 for it. I looked it up, and there's just no solds on it. It's a very interesting item, but it's not worth anything. So neat to see still. But I did find some good stuff, guys. Let's go to the haul. All right, guys, it is Paul here. I'm back home. Found some decent stuff. Nothing crazy, but still some, good items, I think. Here is Salvation Army. I believe this was $4, $3.99. This is a MAIA. It's a UK cross-stitch kit. Appears to be brand new. I'm going to hope for $30 on that. There are some soles anywhere from like $20 to $35. So this one seems to be kind of rare. Like I really can't find any. So I'm going to have to do some more research on it. But I love selling cross-stitch kits. They do really well for me. So I'll pick them up when they're brand new. This I got this morning at Salvation Army, came on a brand new cart. This is Little Tykes, and these are the figures that go with them. This was $7, and this was $3. So I'm in it for $10, no tax. This bus I should be able to get close to $30 for, or a little bit more, because I do have some extra figures here. Back here is these guitars. I know some people are not a fan of shipping these guitars. I don't mind shipping them at all. I don't mind testing them. This one's a decent one. It has the Xbox logo here, and it's corded. So what you can do is those two things kind of tip me off, and then I looked at the back, and then right there, like I've showed in some of my other videos, is the model numbers on the back label there. And this one I should be able to get at least, I paid $14.99. I should at least be able to get, I'm hoping 60, 70, 80. I see there's some for sale right now on Poshmark for hire for like $90, $80. So I'm probably going to list it high. There's not a lot of them listed on Poshmark. There's a lot more on eBay. So I might cross list it. Not sure at this time, but I'll do a bit more research on it. Over here is something really cool. This is for $5. Actually, it was less. It was $4, I believe, with the discount. Is a Disney Cars, like a little Halloween tote thingy. Not big money. The reason I picked it up is it's basically brand new, and there's not a lot of them out there. So I'm hoping for at least $20 to $25 on this. Same with this thing. This is from the Flintstones, the baby on the Flintstones. I don't know if you guys are that old and remember that. This is a golf club head cover. So this goes over the end of your golf club head. And again, this is like pretty much brand new. It was on for $9. So I'm going to say at least $25, $30 for that. There are some listed and there are some interest in this item. So I think it'll be a good sale. This is a California pottery piece that I got from Goodwill. It was $1.25. Not big money, but I'm trying to learn more and more about this pottery, especially American pottery. Stuff that can hold some pretty decent value. So I checked this over for, any cracks or chips or anything. Take your time. If you're buying any type of ceramic item, pottery, dishes, again, I can't stress enough, take your time and look over the item, run your fingers over it, make sure that, there's no hairline cracks or anything. But what tipped me off on this was on the back. It is a beautiful piece of pottery. You can tell it's, high quality. Is also, it says CA on the back, which stands for California pottery. So there are some listed. I paid $1.25. I'm going to say at least $20 on that. Here is an Epcot Center item. This is like a souvenir item, promo item from Disney. I paid 99 cents for this. It seems to be kind of rare, and there are some listed. I'll put up some comps of what they're going for, but seems to be some interest in it because it's kind of rare. So I thought I'd pick that up for 99 cents. Over here is a New York Times Sudoku handheld, electronic game. These go for at least $20. I believe this was $6. I'm hoping for $20, $25. It's brand new sealed. This is something cool. I kind of paid up for this, $6. It's a Mario cake pan. It's from 1989, which I love older video game stuff. I don't know if you guys do, but 1989 Super Mario Brothers cake pan. I'm actually going to use this personally my oldest son just turned 13, so I'm going to bake him a Mario cake in this, and then after that, I'm going to resell it. So it's a win-win. Now, lastly, for Paul's haul here, the last few things that I got. First of all here, if you watched any of my videos, you know that this is something to be on the lookout for. This is an early 90s Nightmare 2. This is the video VCR board game, and I paid $3 for this. It is complete. It's got cards, instructions, and a VCR tape. This thing goes anywhere from $50 to, I've seen as high as $80 for it. So what a great find. And usually the pieces are all there because it is typically an older, like an adult or young adult game. So just a great find. Always look out for that game. Also, the Atmosphere DVD game is another one you guys should always be looking out for. And over here is something that I knew immediately to pick up when I saw it. It is a Coleman Party Stacker. I paid $13 for this at Value Village. It's in excellent condition. And these go anywhere from $60, again, up to about $100. So just some great finds here. I know this is kind of big and bulky, but it's so easy to ship. You just get the right box for it, use calculated shipping, and there you go. Easy money. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something. Thanks for coming thrifting with me, and we'll see you on the next one.